Hey there, world. It's Allie with the Right Place, Right Time, jumping in here for this week's Memoir Minute, where you can learn about writing memoir 1 minute at a time. And today we're talking about 3 major no-nos when it comes to writing a memoir. And the first of these is don't make it a dumpster fire or an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you've been following this series for a while now, I would have touched on these things in earlier videos, but I'm touching on them again because they're super important. And there are things that I'm kind of intuiting that some folks might be doing as I get involved in some online groups that are for memoirists and seeing what they're writing in the chats, what they're having trouble with, what their challenges are. So when I say don't make it a dumpster fire or an all-you-can-eat buffet, what I'm really saying is, number one, don't make it about all of the things that ever happened that were horrible, okay? While memoir is focused typically on a critical life moment that's not so happy, it's an adversity, it's a challenge, it's a trauma, um, our lives can have lots of little ones of those, lots of little micro, you know, tragedies and traumas and challenges and adversities. Memoir isn't necessarily about throwing them all in and seeing how it works out. Like, it's curating your life experiences to make a point of something, to talk about your transformation and your journey. So it's not just like throwing everything that you've ever been through onto the page and expecting that it's going to make sense to a reader or thinking that they're going to care. Similarly, it's not an all-you-can-eat buffet, meaning that every single moment that you've ever breathed, since you were born goes into the memoir. No, 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 no. We don't need every breathing second. We don't need every birthday. We don't need every Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever you might be celebrating. We don't need every single everything. We need a curation of fine details and life moments that are critical to the main thing that you're trying to say, and that's what you really need to be focusing on. So that's the first major no-no, is making your memoir a dumpster fire or an all-you-can-eat buffet. The second major no-no is having revenge, resentment, and bitterness lead the way. It's okay to have those feelings. We all do at some point, especially when we go through really difficult things or we feel like we've been wronged. Those types of emotions, resentment, revenge, bitterness, those things can be really great for the raw form of the memoir. So your first or second draft, your early writings, because you're getting out all of that pain, angst, confusion, anger, whatever it is, onto the page. And we need that because those are human emotions that we experience, and it will authenticate your story. However, it can't be only and all of that. There has to be some reflection. There has to be some balance with what you have learned from those experiences. What you realize now, perhaps the silver lining of those experiences, the opposite of all those negative feelings. Where is there some light, some positivity? Not because we need everything to have a happy ending. It's more about balance. So, I don't want your memoir to like shoot raincorns. Ha! I don't want your memoir to shoot fairy dust or be filled with unicorns. But at the same time, it can't just be like doom, gloom, anger, pain 100% of the time, or it's going to come across as whiny versus the reader being able to sympathize or empathize with your experience. So that's kind of the second piece. The third no-no is don't make it a Dear Diary. All right. So if you've got journals or diaries that you've kept along the path that have documented the things as you were going through them, they are amazing tools for your arsenal. Okay. They archive information when it was happening. So as a writer, you can dig deep and you can get back into the mindset of where you were at the time that you were experiencing something, but you don't want to just like translate those into a digital version, Word doc, Google Doc, and hit publish. You need to take what you now know of going down that path of rereading the things that you wrote when they were happening and figuring out how to use them to craft a narrative and to tell the story that you want to tell. And maybe you pull out a sentence here, a paragraph there, and you write it verbatim when you're getting into that, earlier you mindset. But we don't want to just, drag and drop or copy and paste. Okay. So there are your 3 major no-nos for writing memoir. No dumpster fires or all-you-can-eat buffets. No leading or publishing with resentment, revenge, and bitterness. And 3, no Dear Diary. entries, okay, as the final product. If you'd like to chat more about writing a memoir and what your story is and what you're trying to do, then please join me for a story stroll. I would love to speak with you one-to-one. Just DM me and we will set something up. Otherwise, watch this space for more information. Catch next week's Memoir Minute, and I will see you online soon.